You may wonder how I got my topic. Well, I was going to tell you about my degrees and products, but when I started my research, I decided to tell you about ocean trash instead. So we'll go on time. Will I take you on an ecological journey that will teach you how to be better stewards of our earth and oceans. Here's the facts you may or may not know about plastic. Between 80 to 90% of all ocean trash is plastic. Unfortunately, plastic does not biodegrade, it photodegrades. When plastic photodegrades, it breaks down into smaller and smaller and smaller pieces without breaking down into a simpler compound. Good for us, right? Smaller pieces that can be more easily disposed of in a landfill. But there's a downside to the degradation. Over the years, plastic can reach the molecular level, so even the smallest of aquatic organisms can ingest it. Therefore, plastic enters our food chain. Within years, some plastics leach potentially toxic chemicals into our oceans, such as BPA, PCBs, and derivatives of polystyrene. Nurdles are tiny oblong plastic pellets. There are two types of nurdles, man-made and formed in the ocean. Man-made nurdles are used in molds to create everything from plastic packaging to dolls' heads. Those formed in the ocean are made when plastic breaks down into small pellets. Both types of nurdles act as a chemical sponge, soaking up the toxic chemicals in the water around them. You may think this is good for us, but if a fish ingests some of those nurdles, all of those toxic chemicals are now in our food chain. 10% of all ocean trash are nurdles. The North Pacific Gyre is also known as the Pacific Garbage Patch. It is one of 5 major oceanic gyres. Hawaii is located in the center of the gyre. The North Pacific Gyre is essentially a big, slow-moving whirlpool. The North Pacific Garbage Patch has given birth to 2 large masses of other cumulative trash, also known as the Western and the Eastern Pacific Garbage Patches. The Eastern Garbage Patch is located between Hawaii and California. The Western is between Japan and Hawaii. They are collectively called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is approximately 2 times the size of the continental United States. Have you ever seen a plastic bag or other item moved down the street? Has the thought ever crossed your mind to bend down and pick it up? Maybe you wonder where it's going, but then it's out of sight and in mind. When people litter on the streets and sidewalks, it accumulates in the storm drain system, and when it rains, it's swept into the storm drain. Most storm drains discharge directly into rivers or the ocean. When it rains heavily, combined sewers overflow. Combined sewers are sewers that contain both storm drain water and sewage. They discharge directly into the ocean or river. Runoff from landfills that are located in coastal areas or the marine or near a river will also produce marine waste as well. Industrial activities such as transport, loading or unloading at port facilities, or improper disposal of products will produce harmful marine waste. Ocean-based sources of marine debris. Commercial fishermen generate very harmful marine debris when they fail to retrieve lost nets or gear, or when they deliberately discard drinking water. Recreational boaters leave ocean trash too, such as plastic bags, food packaging, and fishing gear. Merchant, military, and research vessels leave ocean trash when they deliberately or accidentally release trash into the marine environment. Offshore oil and gas platforms produce accidental marine trash when hard hats, gloves, and storage drums get knocked off the edge. but there's an impact. Have you ever seen a seal with a fishing net tangled around its neck? What about a penguin when one of these got around it? Millions of marine life die each year as a direct result of marine debris entanglement. Entanglement usually affects seals and sea lions most, but it can affect whales, dolphins, porpoises, sea turtles, manatees, and seabirds. Entanglement can cause death by drowning, suffocation, strangulation, starvation, and injuries. One way that entanglement can cause death is by ghost fishing. Ghost fishing is when discarded nets and traps continue to trap marine organisms and animals. If entanglement isn't bad enough, we also have ingestion. Ingestion of marine debris is generally thought to occur because the animal mistakes it for prey or food. You may ask me, what is the potential invasion of a species? Well, it's when plastic can float on the top of the ocean, and it can float for a long time. So it can travel far away from the source. Plants and animals can hook onto the plastic or ride on it, so they can be found in areas far away from their source. A great example is there's a non-native seaweed called wakame invading our San Francisco Bay. It is thought to have come in from ships from Asia. It grows about an inch a day. Divers have been clearing the San Francisco Bay of wakame every 6 months. This is a great example of an invasion of an alien species. There are many global, national, and international local programs to help prevent marine waste, such as MARPOL, the International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships. There are many others. It would be great if people would donate to these organizations. Zero waste means to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Reduce waste by refusing plastic bags at the grocery store and stop buying single-use water bottles. Instead, take a canvas bag like this one at the grocery store, or use a reusable water bottle. Reuse. Buy recyclable products or use things you already have. And recycle. You need to recycle recyclables or donate or garage sale unwanted items instead of trashing them. As an individual, you can take the California Coastal Stewardship Pledge by going to this address. If you would like a copy, please see me after my presentation. By taking the pledge, you commit to doing things that help prevent marine waste. You can also participate in the California Coastal Cleanup Program. I myself have participated in it the last 3 years. In 2009, 80,500 volunteers collected over 1,300,000 pounds of trash. So it would be great if people would participate in that too. In summary, plastic photodegrades. It doesn't biodegrade, making it harmful to our oceans and marine life.